The brightest minds of a generation are working on a single problem: how to make you click on an ad. In Silicon Valley, success is measured in engagement, algorithms, and monthly active users. It's a war fought in the virtual space, for fractions of a second of our attention. But what if this entire war was a diversion? What if, while one superpower was perfecting the digital world, another was quietly mastering the physical one? The uncomfortable truth is, the tech race we thought we were winning might have been the wrong race entirely. For the last 2 decades, the West defined technology through the lens of software. It was the age of the app, the platform, the subscription, the world of bits. This created trillions of dollars in value, but it was fundamentally intangible. You can't touch a line of code. You can't hold a social network. Meanwhile, China was making a radically different bet. A long-term, state-driven gamble on hard tech. The world of atoms. They focused on things you can weigh and measure: batteries, solar panels, high-speed trains, and automated factories. To Western investors, this looked like old-school industrialism, not futuristic tech. It was seen as less glamorous, less scalable, and far less profitable. That assumption may go down as one of the biggest strategic miscalculations of the 21st century. This isn't a story about copying technology. This is a story about mastering scale and execution in the physical world, starting with the very foundation of modern civilization: energy. High on the Tibetan plateau, stretching towards the sky, sits the Kela photovoltaic power station. This isn't just another solar farm. It's the world's largest hydro-solar hybrid plant, a 1-gigawatt behemoth that combines solar panels with a massive hydro-powered dam. This solves the biggest problem with renewables: intermittency. When the sun sets, the water flows, providing a stable 24/7 stream of clean energy, capable of powering over 700,000 homes. This isn't a prototype. It became fully operational in 2023. It's a declaration of energy independence built on an engineering feat the size of a city. But generating massive power is useless without a physical economy to consume it. And the heart of that economy is logistics. Step inside Shanghai's Yangshan Port. It feels like a science fiction film. This is the world's largest automated container terminal. There are no truck drivers, no crane operators in high-up cabins. There are only silent, electric automated guided vehicles, or AGVs, gliding across the concrete, guided by 5G signals and a central AI. The system increased efficiency by 30% and slashed labor costs by 70%. While the world's supply chains were snarled, Yangshan was a vision of autonomous 24/7 efficiency. This is the central nervous system of global trade, and it's running on autopilot. With the power grid secured and logistics automated, the final piece is building the very arteries of the nation. This is where the digital brain meets the physical world. Consider the challenge of building a modern highway, a multi-year ordeal of surveying, planning, and endless revisions by human engineers. Now, imagine handing that entire process to an AI. That's exactly what happened with the 160-kilometer Chang-Ji-Gao Expressway, the world's first major auto route construite par l'A. This road brain AI didn't just assist, it took control. It processed vast datasets on geology, traffic flow, and cost, delivering a final blueprint in a fraction of the time. The result? Planning time slashed by a year, and a design so efficient it saved millions of cubic meters of earthwork. The AI wasn't just a tool, it was the master architect. Software to reshape the Earth with concrete and steel at a speed and scale previously unimaginable. This brings us to the core of the issue. While the West was optimizing the user interface, China was optimizing the entire physical supply chain. The result is a staggering strategic imbalance. The best American engineers are designing apps to deliver a pizza in 30 minutes. The best Chinese engineers are building the automated ports that receive the flour, the solar farms that power the ovens, and the AI-designed highways the delivery car drives on. In a conflict, whether economic or military, the side that controls the real world has the ultimate advantage over the side that controls the virtual one. You can't fight a trade war with a better social media algorithm. Of course, this state-driven model isn't without its flaws. The relentless focus on scale can stifle the kind of disruptive, bottom-up innovation that defines Silicon Valley. The United States still holds an undisputed lead in the most foundational technologies, like advanced semiconductor design, and its software platforms dominate the globe. China's hard-to-theory tech revolution was also built on immense debt and, in its early days, a questionable environmental record. The race is far from over, but the finish line has moved. The competition is no longer just about who writes the cleverest code, but who can deploy that code to command the physical world most effectively. So, the tech war was never really about who had the better smartphone app. It was a clash of two fundamentally different philosophies. One chasing ephemeral engagement in a virtual space, the other pursuing concrete dominance in the physical realm. The last decade has provided a clear and, for some, an alarming lesson. Power that is built from steel, silicon, and photons is tangible and enduring. The question for the future is no longer just about innovation, but about application. And we have to ask ourselves, what is more critical for the next century? Perfecting the digital feed or mastering the physical world? Let us know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching.